Christine White in the Beads Incorporated studio. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are going to be making something that I have had a ton of requests for, statement post earrings. Let's face it, ladies, we don't always love having earring wires that tug on our ears. I've always been partial to styles that sit up on my ear, and with that look becoming so popular, I've had a great time experimenting with different styles. Today we are going to be making a very basic 2-bead combination, but hopefully this will give you inspiration for how to make similar styles with other beads. Materials that we'll need to create this technique are 22 gauge wire, an assortment of flat beads, glue-on posts or clips, 2-part epoxy, and an assortment of jewelry making pliers. We're going to start by choosing our design. I'm going to make a basic 2-bead design using these mother of pearl teardrops and a wooden bead above them. That's going to be the part that sits up on my ear. So I'm going to cut about 2 feet of our 22 gauge wire. And of course you can always cut more than that. It's better to have too much than not enough. So we're going to string our wire through the top of our teardrop. These top drilled beads are really handy to have in designs like this. Fold it in half and bring those 2 wires through our wooden bead. There we go. Bring that all the way down to the top of that wooden bead. You can kind of see how the design is going to come together there. We're going to bring both of these wires behind our wooden bead, and we want to wrap them in between the 2 beads. But we want to separate those wires first. Use your finger to hold them apart and then bring them back together, creating a space on the back of that wooden bead. And then begin to really twist those around in between the 2 beads. The wire is going to be a key part of this design, so it can get a little bit thick there. There we go. Once you have just a little bit left, you can go ahead and just fold that wire in to your wrap so that it's not sharp to the touch or snip off your extra. All right, so that space that we kept on the back, that's where we're going to add our post when we glue it on here in just a minute. We're going to do the same thing with our other earring. Since we're making a pair, string our wire through the top of our teardrop, bring it all the way down here to the center, fold it in half, and even out my wire just a little bit. Bring that wooden bead down to the top of our mother of pearl teardrop, and then bring those wires back and behind our wooden bead. Again, allowing some room for our post at the back and keeping our thumb in place. Wrap this around, being quite liberal with the wire, and really having fun with it. All right. Now that I've got it the way that I want it, I'm just gonna snip off my extra, fold that little excess wire in. There we go. So those are my earrings so far. I'm ready to add my posts. If you've never worked with 2-part epoxy before, you have to mix it to activate it before you use it, but it's super strong. It's gonna be stronger than most of our other glues. We need that so that it can withstand all of the wear and tear that your earrings are going to get. So we'll apply our 2 different parts of our 2-part epoxy. I like to use just a little plastic baggie or some sort of surface that we can throw away. Apply a little pea-sized drop of each. And then I just use a head pin or a toothpick to mix it up. So we'll mix it up on the little plastic baggie. Usually says for about 30 seconds or so until it becomes bubbly or well mixed, they say. So once you've mixed up your 2-part epoxy really well, we'll use our head pin to apply a thin amount to our post earring back. Once we've done that, we can apply our post earring to our wooden bead and kind of wedge it in between those wires. Those wires will also help keep it in place. You can even unclip it there and let the wires help. There we go, there's one. And then I'm just gonna set it in a little bed of rice so that it can dry without the back sliding around. It takes about 30 minutes to dry. I'm gonna do the same thing on this one. A smooth, thin layer of the 2-part epoxy. Open up the back and apply it here. Got a nice, perfect area to work with there. Close it back up. Perfect. I'm just gonna set that there with its mate. And our earrings are done. We'll give this about 30 minutes to set and they'll be ready to wear. As you can see, you can really have a lot of fun with variations, incorporate several beads at a time or just one simple bead if you like. You can also try clips if that's your preference. Thank you so much for joining me in the Beads Incorporated studio. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons below. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section and be sure to check us out next time.